Hi, hello everyone. Today I want to show you how you can calculate no tax on tips and no tax on overtime. So if you receive your W2, if you go to your W2 and in your W2 basically your total wage are calculated in box 1. So the no tax on overtime has been introduced after June 2025. So in your W2 most all of your income are included in box 1. But if your employer declares what amount is the total overtime amount, basically if you work in any week more than 40 hours, that is called the total overtime amount. So suppose you work for $50 an hour and you work in a week for 50 hours, so you work actually 10 hours more, so total overtime amount is $500. And then you need to include this $500 in no overtime amount box. Oh, sorry, I am wrong. Actually, I'm wrong in calculation. How it is calculated? It is calculated a little bit differently than what we actually think what should be the overtime amount. So overtime amount is basically paid 1.5 times than the regular wage. So if your regular wage is 50 hours, so it should be multiplied by 1.5, then it is 75, and you work in a week 10 hours, so it should be 750. So overtime is basically more than 1.5 times of regular wage. So the total overtime amount will be, if I divide it by 3, I will get the total overtime amount. So basically you get $250 for 1 week as your overtime payment. So, and this $250 is included in W2 box 1. So if I now go to schedule 1A, and no tax on overtime box, and qualified overtime amount, suppose this is like $250, and how it will be, it will appear in your schedule 1A tax return. So if I go down and if I go to schedule 1A, no tax on tips schedule, no tax on overtime. So it is reflected in your 14A box, no tax on overtime amount. And there is also no tax on tips. So if I click on here, so qualified tips employee reported on form W2 or from form 4137. So suppose your total amount is $1,000 tips reported in your W2 and it is qualified, then you can include it on here and there should be no tax. Okay. Okay, thank you very much for watching my video. Hope you see again in the next video. Bye.